What's your favorite part about being a barber?
Oh shit, you're recording it? It's bringing the experience to the people.
It's J Snacks.
You started?
Yeah, come on.
I'll just wing it.
Welcome back. John the Rook.
Hello, John the Rook here. Today's video is going to be a little bit more different. What I want to kind of showcase is my favorite clippers. I've been through a lot of clippers. A lot of them which I don't have anymore or I've donated to people. Yeah, so I'm going to break down my top 5 favorite clippers. I am a clipper junkie, so I have other clippers that I won't be really mentioning just because I don't feel like they're not part of my lineup, what I use on a daily basis. So yeah, I'm going to break down from 5 to 1 and then talk about like what I use in the past as well. Let's do it. All right, so for number 5, it's going to be my FX, especially the black one, only because I like the fade blade on it. This was actually one of the first premium clippers that I bought. The reason why it's number 5 over, let's say, like a Chinese clipper or something, just because the battery life wasn't that bad on it. The blade itself makes it really good to cut hair. It's easy with bulk. The only reason why it's on low on my list is because of the shape of the clipper. Like with the barbell shape, it's not really ideal for people with smaller hands. Like myself, like my hands aren't that big, so I have a tendency to, like, when I have to change levers, go and like I don't hold it from here. I hold it more up here. I kind of choke up on the clippers. So like cutting in this scenario is a little bit different for me, but it is a comfortable blade and a comfortable clipper. And I was using it for a while. I even have a second pair of this that my fiance got me. So like nothing wrong with this clipper. It's just that there's way better ones, especially at the budget. Like not currently, but this is still budget friendly, which is why like this is on my list as well. All right, so for number 4 is the Alpha or Gamma, or Stylecraft, I guess, the Alphas, right? So there also is the Rebel that just came out, which is like the adult or like the big brother version of this. So the reason why this is higher than the Babeless for me is because this is pretty much a glorified Magic Clip, right? For people that know, Magic Clip is like the best budget and beginner clipper. But this one for me I prefer because of the clicking lever and the fact that it has the fusion blade. So for those that don't know, it's between a fade and a taper blade, and it's very thin compared to like with the Babeless. It's very thick. So with this one's a very thin blade. So it cuts closer, it cuts faster, and it's really good for tapering or for afro texture too. Like I really love it for that mostly. Super lightweight, charges great. It even has a dock that you can charge it, so it's aesthetically pleasing in that way. The case, like I said, is nothing crazy, it's generic, but it's the way it feels and the way that it is like being used, and it's good with battery life as well. It's customizable. I had a black lever, but I made it blue, and I also changed the casing from black to blue. It also comes with pink. That's a little too much for me. And there's also a stretch black bracket. So if you like a Masters or like the new fast feeds, they can stretch up to almost a 1. So that can be modified as well with this, right? So that's why this is my top 4, or like my number 4 clipper. So for top 3, this is a bit different, but I'm gonna give it to my Octane. The reason why is this is the workhorse, right? So this is what I use to debulk like 90% of my clients. With a 2 blade or a 3.5 blade is what we would normally use in the shop. So like this clipper is like the ultimate. You can fade with these too. Don't get it twisted. You can do with that, but I don't plan on doing that with this clipper. This is more just to get me going with the cuts. If I know they want to take it down to a 2, I take this right down. It bulks it out. It doesn't matter the texture, doesn't matter the density, any curls. It'll cut right through it. So this is like the best workhorse clipper that I've purchased. It is on the most expensive side. Like this isn't something you just pick up like when it's pretty expensive. I think I paid almost 400, 500 for this. So good investment though. It does pay back for sure. This is definitely my top 3. Yeah. So now we'll get to my last 2. All right. So this was a hard decision between 2 and 1, but my second favorite clipper, or like my second go-to clipper, is gonna go to my Angus Masters. This was the first premium clipper that I actually was able to afford and get after having the fast feed. There is nothing wrong with this clipper. Maybe yeah, it getting louder over time, but something about like when you cut hair with this, even though like, even like I said, like the way that it's shaped, it's not like something you would see on an Alpha with the ridges, but with it's just comfortable to the hand. It cuts crazy. It's so strong, so powerful, and like this is like next to like a Senior or a Magic clip. Like people would go for these, right? So what's good about this too is this one actually opens up to almost a 1 closed, pretty much just before a 1 closed. So it helps a lot to skip some steps. This is by far my favorite clipper. Even though this isn't my top one, this is one of my favorite clippers. And I try to use more of it as I go, like I said, throughout my day. The reason why I don't use this so much because this one has its own guard system as opposed to with the Babyliss or the Alpha or the Walls or even Chinese clippers. They use the wall guards or the wall system. So it's very universal in that matter. I treat it like this being an Apple and everything else being a Samsung or an Android. So again, this is the premium one. This is a little bit expensive now, but if you want to do just strictly stick to Andis or just do wall, then this wouldn't be a choice for you. But if you're down for like to learn the process, this is definitely it. All right, so before I get to number 1, I'm gonna give some honorable mentions. So like I said before, shout out to the Fast Feeds. That was the first clipper that I got corded, not the cordless, the corded ones, the chunky maroon one. That one uses the wall guards as well. Oh, not wall, sorry, and its guards. And like that, compared to all the clippers, cuts really, really slow. But the way you would detail with it and just having that as a starter clipper was by far the best decision I made. Obviously, then I got the Masters, and then I got the Magic Clip, and then the Alphas, and everything else, right? But my second honorable mention, which is crazy, is these Chinese clippers. So this is Limerol. This is their version of a Senior / Magic Clip. This thing is powerful. There is no joke about this clipper. And on top of that, you can throw a ceramic blade on it, right? So it even keeps it cool while you're cutting it. So this clipper got me through a lot of my early days when I used to cut in the garage. So I had 4 of these bad boys. I had 2 of these ones, and then I had 2 of these wall mark ones or W mark ones. And they all had ceramic blade. They all had rubber bands that hold it onto them. What's cool about this one, it tells you your battery life. Most clippers don't do that, right? Besides, I guess the GRLs would have the time, how many hours are left. This one tells you percentages, right? So this clipper, nothing wrong with it. If you can modify these a lot, so you can change the lever to a wall one or anything that is a little bit better than this one. I just gave our apprentice this one because I don't use it anymore. But I did take my ceramic blade to put it on my number 1 clipper, right? So yeah, honorable to this and the Fast Feed. And on my list, so my number 1 clipper, like my go-to clipper, it's gonna be the Wall Senior. So it usually would have been the Magic Clip until I got this at Christmas, right? So like this is like the better version of the Magic Clip, right? Like this, there's no doubt about this clipper. It is strong, bulks out easily, fades really well. Like I said, I took the ceramic blade from the Chinese clipper, so the ceramic blade on this is just, it's A1. This is definitely a clipper that you should invest in and have. I know in the past that they had some issues with the first round of manufacturing with this one, but like the newer versions are like way, way better now. And yeah, this is my everyday clipper. Like I said, if this is not it, then I will go down to the Masters, or if not, I'll probably just go to my Alphas. Just because, like I said, the system is all the same with the Babyliss and the Alphas and GRLs. They all use wall guards, and it makes it super easy. So you don't have to keep converting to other guards or changing up your setup at your station, right? But this is the best clipper, I think, in general, in the market. Nobody can tell me any difference. So yeah, that's my list. So yeah, this is my number 1. If I were to change this over, maybe I would add the GRL somewhere. Only reason why I like the way that they feel, but something about the lever with the GRL is just, it doesn't feel very consistent. So that is my list, my 5 clippers and my honorables. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch the video. If there's any question regarding other clippers, I do have more. Just gotta pull them out and stuff. But yeah, thank you guys again for watching the video. Please like, subscribe, share, do all that great stuff for me. God bless you guys. Have yourself a wonderful day. Peace.